Major funding for these programs is made possible by grants from Chase Commercial Term Lending and Capital One Bank, New York Community Bank, the Witkoff Group, M&T Bank, Perfect Building Maintenance, Genova Burns, Jean Tomasi and Webster, Greenberg Traurig, Kilroy Architectural Windows, New York's Window Company. Additional funding is provided by grants from AKA Hotels, Corman Communities, Aerial Property Advisors, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Bank Leumi USA, Briarwood Organization, CBRE, Colliers International NYC, CPEX Real Estate Services, Cushman & Wakefield, Customers Bank, DDG, Dime Savings Bank of Williamsburg, Douglaston Development, Levine Builders, First Nationwide Title Agency, Flushing Bank, Friedman, Gemini Real Estate Advisors, Hap Investment Developers, Herrick Feinstein, Investors Bank, James D. Kuhn Real Estate Institute at Syracuse University, James Orphanides, Chairman USRealty.com, John Katsimides, Red Apple Group, Margolin Weiner and Evans, Madison Realty Capital, Massey Knackle Realty Services, Matone Group, Meridian Capital Group, Newmark Grubb Knight Frank, New Banks, People's United Bank, SJP Properties, Sterling & Sterling, Stonehenge Partners, TD Bank, Terra CRG, the CUNY TV Foundation, the Continuum Company, Urban American, and these friends.
Born in America, or should I say born in Brooklyn. You know, a kid grows up in Brooklyn, one day decides he's thinking to become a priest, then gets involved with the merchant marine, nearly gets murdered, gets killed in Vietnam being on the wrong type of ships, comes back, housing authority, superintendent, boats, laundromats, real estate. I got my buddy Tim King from CPEX. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Michael. It's
So
a very exciting introduction. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about Mom and Dad. We're not sure when they came here. We do know they came from Ireland. So we believe that Dad lived where? Up in the Bronx?
Kingsbridge section of the Bronx, yep.
The Kingsbridge section of the Bronx. And Mom lived in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn. And sometime, we're not sure when, probably before the war, Mom and Dad met, okay?
This is true.
It could have been at the church, it could have been at a dance hall, it could have been...
It's likely it might have been a bar.
Might have been a bar, okay, and they got married. And then your father spent some time in the Pacific after Pearl Harbor, but he joined the Navy. And he comes out of the Navy, and he moves into the house where Mom's mother was living, right?
This is true.
And where is this house?
On 60th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues in what my folks call Bay Ridge, but I kind of think of as the border of Sunset Park.
So Bay Ridge, Sunset Park. And then then your older brother is born. How much older is your older brother?
Larry, who's now in heaven, was 10 years older than me.
Okay, so he was born during the war, 1941.
This is true.
And then brother Timmy is born.
There you go.
And how many more brothers are there?
3.
3 others, okay. And so the 5 of you.
So it was a pretty wide stretch because Larry was 10 years older than me and Christopher, the youngest, is 10 years younger.
So the 5 King sons over there and Mom and Dad are living with Nana.
This is true.
And Nana is in Brooklyn, but we're not sure if it's really, Bay Ridge, Sunset Park, something.
Some of these neighborhoods have shifted a little.
Okay. And Dad comes back from the war, and he gets a job with the Transit Authority, as we would say.
That's correct.
As a tin man. What is a tin man?
It's a sheet metal worker, a tin knocker, they call them.
Tin knocker.
And as a kid, I remember him making all kinds of toys and planes and boats and stuff from galvanized metals of different types.
Now, it's interesting, you know, for some of the people who are older who watch my show who might remember, there was a person by the name of Michael Quill, and Michael Quill was the head of the Transport Workers Union.
And arguably one of the most powerful
one of
people in New York City at the
Correct.
time.
And Mr. Quill, you could even pass because some of the buses say that they are located at the Michael Quill garage. Michael Quill was a very important person in the family because he was like an idol of the family,
This
right?
is very true.
The second important person, or even probably more important, was St. Patrick.
Well, I used to make the joke that the Holy Trinity in our household was St. Patrick, Michael Quill, and Meade Esposito.
Now, why was Meade Esposito an important person?
Well, Mom
But
was...
that has involvement later on. That's
He
what.
comes in the picture later, but Mom worked as a poll watcher, and again, in that era, the same way that the TWU was a place where you went to settle beefs and grudges, the Thomas Jefferson Democratic Club was kind of the arbiter, if you will, of all manners of issues, and people looking for advancement or looking for help with getting a disability or what have you would appeal to the good folks at the club, which they do to this day.
So what happens here is Pop, you know, was an entrepreneur, and for, you know, many years ago, before there were Duane Reade and Walgreens, and, you know, there were things called Waylands, Rexall Waylands, and even Woolworth had it, and they were called luncheonettes. And at these luncheonettes, which had counters with maybe 10, 15 seats over there, they had a person who was a counterman, and or the counter lady, man or woman, and the counter person would basically make you egg creams, coffee,
Grilled cheese sandwich, cheeseburger,
and Papa
delicacies.
and Papa King was
A counterman.
he was a counterman over there. But you said to me that your dad, who was not educated, really always wanted you and really read books. And talk about that.
My dad was very self-taught, very well self-taught. Gave me a lifelong love of learning and reading and books. I've got a fairly impressive collection in the office. And my father took on a persona when he was behind the counter. He became like an actor on a stage and really enjoyed himself and had great interaction with his customers and his colleagues. And it's a memory that sticks very strong in my heart.
You have your first 2 years at parochial school, and then a couple of things happen in your life. One of the things that happens in your life is that the late Robert Moses, who wasn't like Meade Esposito, but was probably trying to be higher than Meade Esposito, wanted to take the road and build a new expressway. So
Right through Grandma's house.
right through Grandma's house. So the Kings had to move to Canarsie,
Yes.
which was important because it relates to later on to your education. But also at that time, Mama takes you back to the Blarney Stone. Okay?
My
You're 7
mother's mother, my maternal grandmother, takes me to Ireland as a 7-year-old in that summer between 2nd and 3rd grade. And I got to meet her brother, my great uncle Tim, and Aunt Min, and spent perhaps the most idyllic summer that any kid ever could.
Now, it was a very interesting home they lived in, right?
It was the classic Irish cottage, thatched roof, whitewashed walls, dirt floor, no heat, no air conditioning, no electricity, no running water. They didn't have a well. They got water from a spring. They didn't have an outhouse, which led to its own set of interesting experiences that summer. And they were entirely self-sufficient. I lived there all summer, and the only thing I ever saw them do was barter with a vagabond peddler who came and traded them salt for eggs. And Aunt Min did all the cooking in an open fireplace, and
It was a great experience, but now you come back and now you're in Canarsie.
the garden spot of Brooklyn.
Okay, in a different spot of Brooklyn, and you're in Canarsie, and now you have to change schools.
And I was traumatized, Michael. I was convinced that if I went to public school that I'd be bullied to death or what have you. I begged my parents to get me into another Catholic parochial school. The local parish, Holy Family, had no room, so I ended up in St. Matthew's in Crown Heights on Utica Avenue and St. John's Place.
And what happens there?
What happens there is it's a long bus ride every day back and forth, and I do all the things that a kid in that time and place did. I was an altar boy. I was a mediocre student.
So now you're over there, and the epiphany arrives. I want to be a priest because you said it was a fairly religious family, and in many Irish families, large Irish families, it was part of the responsibility to the community to give one relative back.
There you go.
Okay, to become a member of the priest, and since you had no sisters, nobody was going to become a sister. So it was, so you decided that you wanted to become a priest. So tell us about those 1 or 2 years in school.
So I started at a preparatory seminary called the Immaculate Conception, or Cathedral College of the Immaculate Conception, on Atlantic and Washington Avenues, in what was a foreign land for me, coming from Canarsie, in a long bus ride. And I spent 2 years there, again as a very mediocre at best student.
And what happens? That epiphany. What happened one day? You were on the bus.
I was on the bus, and I got a signal, or a sign, if you will, right from heaven. It was direct divine intervention. That an angel appeared and made it clear to me that I was not going to be a priest.
You felt that the celibacy of a priesthood wasn't really for you. Your eyes looked at a young
Actually,
woman.
my eye got poked by a divine breast, and I had that epiphany then that a life of celibacy was not for me.
So as opposed to that, you continue high school.
This is true.
And as you said, at that time, people of our ilk, and both Brooklyn boys, one of the big places where graduations were held were the old Loewy's theaters, and it was the Loewy's Kings.
On Flatbush Avenue.
On Flatbush Avenue. And, it was a really nice thing, with the organ and everything else. You're supposed to graduate. So tell me about your graduation day.
So it was very interesting, and I often use the phrase that I didn't attend a traditional college because I spent 8 years in high school, meaning I went to summer school for every year of my high school career, including my senior year. So on graduation day, while all of my classmates got a diploma in an envelope, I got an empty envelope, and I got the diploma in August.
So August ends, and here's the interesting thing is, Dad, when you were growing up in Canarsie, bought a dinghy. And you and the family really loved this 28-foot dinghy.
Well, no, the dinghy was a little boat that came with the 28-footer.
The 28-footer boat, and you lived on the boat. You really loved.
I did boats, boating, mechanical things.
And later on, it even has an effect in your real estate career because you even had the boat docked at Mill Basin, and you really loved the boating. So you graduate high school, and fortunately for the third category, we said it was St. Patrick, Michael Quill, and Meade Esposito. You have the opportunity to ask for Mr. Esposito's help to get into the Merchant Marines.
Correct.
So tell me what happens.
So I applied for Kings Point, which is the Merchant Marine Academy, and I was accepted. And that's a facility that at the time that when you graduated, you got a college degree, you got a degree in engineering, and you would also become an officer in the Naval Reserve. So my eyesight at the time was adequate for the Merchant Marine. I could run a ship, but I wasn't adequate for the Navy, so I was rejected. And I decided to take an alternate career path to the same goal.
Right, because the Navy also would have sent you to the regular Army.
This is true.
To the military. So you took the alternative role and you joined the Merchant Marines. So tell me about those 2 years at the Merchant Marines.
It was a very interesting time. Started out in the lowest possible capacity in engine room, a job called a wiper, kind of like a day worker, utility worker. Spent time doing that, took Coast Guard exams to move up through the ranks, to become a fireman, water tender, oiler, refrigerating engineer, pumpman, electrician, and spent time on different ships in different roles in the engine room, traveling the world, getting to see some exotic places, and learning a lot about mechanical equipment.
Right, but you also said, you were in Vietnam.
I was in Vietnam as a civilian.
As a civilian, but the boats, you heard all the guns.
We came into Da Nang Harbor. I took a ship into Saigon, so it was clearly you were in the theater of war operations.
So you finish the Merchant Marines, you come back, and your good friend Eddie.
He and I had sailed together. He and I had worked together before the Merchant Marine. We We sailed together on various ships, and then he and I hit the beach, and his dad had an important position with the New York City Housing Authority, and we were able to get jobs as firemen working for the Housing Authority.
Now, firemen, explain what a fireman does, because
So
yeah,
most
as
people
opposed to
think- most
putting the
people
fire
think-
out,
Yep, but in this case, we put the fires on, or run huge boilers that make steam to heat housing projects.
and then you rose in the rank and you became more of a superintendent overseeing at the New York City Housing Authority.
Correct. At the end of 7 years, I got to a point where I was the fellow who was responsible for all maintenance operations in a housing project, and had the folks who worked in the boiler room, the folks who did repairs, who did the gardening, who did the janitorial duties, worked for me.
But subsequently, you know, to pay for the family, you know, you were married, you had a son.
My son, Thomas.
Okay, you also took you took a part-time job, living as a literally as a superintendent, running a building at 550 Ocean Avenue. So you were working for the Housing Authority, and you had your second job over there.
I always tell people that I started in the real estate business, not on the ground floor, but in the basement, literally living in a basement apartment. And I was the guy who took out the garbage and who took care of the boiler and made repairs and tried to keep the tenants happy.
So tell me about that day that one day you're sitting at home and you're saying to your wife, I'm making $5,500, and if I stay in this career, I'll be able to maybe make $10,000. What happens?
So again, this is back in the Housing Authority days, and it was a civil servant union job. The last round of union negotiations, the sheet comes out with the new proposals, and I'm thinking to myself, just look at this, honey. We're going to go from $5,700 a year to $10,000, and once we get there, we're on Easy Street.
While you're working, in addition to the super and working and the Housing Authority, you also had dabbled as a real estate broker agent, selling homes for Fillmore Real Estate.
Correct.
And you get involved with Fillmore, who at this time is, you know, as I joke, you are the king of Kings County. You've been so involved with Kings County. You get involved with Fillmore, and you say, I'm going to start a management division, which is an easier say than really to do.
Well, it's a good testament to how naive I was, that I thought that I could, from scratch, start a management business at Fillmore. I had some great mentors there. They encouraged me, and tried very hard to build a management business.
And then what happens one day with the Bohack and the gem lumber?
So while I was struggling, and I struggled a lot to build a management business and never did, someone mentioned to me, you know, because Fillmore was very much a residential-focused firm, they said, we get all these calls for commercial property. Why don't you speak to one of these folks and see if you can help them? So I ended up speaking to a couple of guys who had just signed the Burger King franchise. They were looking for a location, and I was able to pair them up with some folks that had what was at the time a gem lumber yard situated in a former Bohack supermarket on Rockaway Parkway in Canarsie. And it was, for me, an eye-opener. It was, at the time, all the money in the world type of deal. I recall coming back with a $17,000 check, and the folks at Fillmore took note of that because it took a lot of houses to reach that kind of a number. And from there, I spent the next 20 years helping people buy, sell, lease properties throughout Brooklyn.
Right, predominantly over there. And then you meet this young guy by the name of Alex Weiss. So tell me about Alex and Clean Right.
Okay, so I'm having a fine time at Fillmore. Like I said, I'm there 20 years. I am the self-titled king of Kings County, making a nice living and not working all that hard. And I had several calls from this fellow, and I basically ignored him. And one day he gets me on the phone and he goes to me, you know, what's your problem? And I tried to be polite and said, you know, you're looking to open up a laundromat, and I don't want to sound like a hot shot, but, you know, my clients are Allstate and 7-Eleven and MetLife and what have you, and I just don't see what I could do with a laundromat. He goes, well, I want to meet with you. He comes in and he laid out for me this vision that he had to change the laundromat industry. And in one of the first of many steps of showing me how smart and shrewd he was, he said, I'm going to put you on a retainer, and I'm going to pay you so that when I call, you'll answer the phone. And I said, okay. And I tried to help him, and after a few months, I was unsuccessful. And he comes back in and says, you know, this is not working the way we thought. We want you to come on board full-time. And again, I said, look, Alex, I'm Not saying that I'm Donald Trump here, but I'm living a nice life, and I'm going to give up this to go do fluff and fold. And his response was, well, what will it take? And I made him what I thought was a rather preposterous proposal. And he came back subsequently and said, not what we had in mind, but okay, we'll do it.
Now, what's interesting, Clean Right, which really revolutionized, because originally
huge
Alex, okay, you know, originally him and his father were laundry machines in buildings, and then he built these super, like, as one of the articles said that I was reading, like the Walmart of laundromats.
Very much the case, Michael. Laundromats at that time were dingy stores with limited hours, no service, 15, 25 machines. You'd have to wait. Equipment was dirty. The place was dirty. And he had a vision to build a real facility where people could feel comfortable. And I'm really proud of the work we did there. We did change the industry. We made monster stores. Some of them were 15, 20,000 square feet with parking, a couple hundred machines, open 24 hours a
Right,
day.
with kids' work area
There
and
was a
everything.
kid play area, there were TVs, there were clean bathrooms, there were all kinds of amenities for customers that it changed their lives.
Right.
And I felt good, still doing the Lord's work. Not a priest anymore, but still helping people.
Now, what's also interesting, because when I say the king of Kings County, literally, when I would walk down Montague Street with you, everyone would know you, because you've been so involved with a lot of Brooklyn activities. And later on, so from Clean Right, the guys at Massey Knackle say, you know what? We need somebody to run Kings County. We want to go to Brooklyn, because at that, this is pre-Marty Markowitz heavy time, okay? It was just the beginning. And Massey Knackle goes out there and says, you know what, Timmy, we can use the king of Kings County to come in there. So what happens over there?
So I had met with, as you said, I had a call from Paul Massey, met with him and Tom Donovan, and Paul kind of, the same way that Alex had laid out his vision and I bought into it, Paul explained to me how they operated and what they did, and it sounded to me like an intriguing opportunity. I signed on, and I like to think, again, that we changed history, that in a few short years, Massey became a very dominant player in the Brooklyn marketplace.
And you became a partner with them in the chief operating office.
I always used to tell people that before going there, when I met these guys, I felt like a kid playing in the Little League who went to sleep one day and the next day was on the team with Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle.
And it's true. So, like anything else, you've been an entrepreneur, but you really weren't doing an entrepreneur. So it was time for the Tim King to become an entrepreneur. It's 2008, and what happens? Talk to me about where you are today as the co-founder and managing partner at CPEX Real Estate Services.
Okay, well, thank you. So in 2008, I had an opportunity. Brian Leary, who worked with me at Massey, he and I decided to do something on our own. We had lots of interest from other firms to do something with them as well, but we both kind of came to the conclusion that you mentioned, that it's nice to build a business for others, but it's probably nicer to do it for yourself. We did a lot of soul searching and asked ourselves, did the world really need another commercial real estate firm? And came to the conclusion, no. But could the world use a different and better commercial real estate firm, and how could we create that? And I like to think that we did.
So tell me, what is CPEX, okay? Also a Kings County-based company, even though you operate for the region, but headquartered,
Yep.
you know, on Willoughby Street in downtown Brooklyn. Tell me what's the difference about CPEX?
It's a good question, and it's a question I love to answer, because back to that, the different and better, and why does the world need this? In all my career, working as a broker and working with other firms, I've always felt, if I can make an analogy, that most real estate agents, most real estate companies are sort of like the Swiss Army knife of real estate. That your classic agent can do lots of things, but none of them very well. And so you could find an agent who in the morning, for example, was talking to a gas station owner about selling his property, and in the afternoon to a guy selling a 60-unit elevated apartment house. And we both know the skill set to underwrite those assets is tremendously different. The customer base for each is different. So how do you create an environment where people can operate as skilled specialists in just that field? So that's what Brian and I have done. The way that, what separates CPEX from all other firm is we have individual teams that are product-based specialists. So the folks who sell apartment houses only sell apartment houses. Guys doing development and conversion just do that. office leasing, retail leasing, industrial properties, mixed use, retail, right across the spectrum. In each of those disciplines, there's a team, 3, 4, 5 people, that all they do is focus on that simple and single product type. So they know everything about it, how to underwrite it, how to market it, who's buying, who's selling, who's for real, who's not. And the benefit to the customer, whether you're a customer or the client, if you're the person selling the property, you've got the best team that only deals with that helping you. If you're a buyer, you've got someone who can help you understand why this can make sense or why it doesn't. And it's kind of, I make the analogy, and I know that you're very involved in different health-related functions. If you walk into a hospital, you have a compound fracture, you don't want to meet the cardiologist. You want to meet the orthopedic guy. And if you're having a stroke...
And you maybe only want to meet, you know, if it's a hand surgery, you want to meet the specific guy who's taking it.
In much the same way that medicine has become hugely specialized, and you're right, there are orthopedic guys that are just elbows, arms, feet, what have you, the same way in real estate. So, and again, think of another benefit here. The classic real estate office is typically a kind of a Shark Tank, where everybody is more or less competing even with each other inside that environment. The environment that we have, because everyone knows that they're only working on what they work on, they're comfortable. If they meet someone at a function who has a different requirement than they handle, they're very comfortable saying, let me introduce you to my colleague who's specializes in that.
They specialize.
You get an internal referral, and everybody's happy.
well.
Huge camaraderie, a great working environment.
You have 2 children?
I'm blessed.
Your daughter and some grandchildren, right?
Obviously a beautiful daughter, and I'm blessed to have a son-in-law that I admire.
And now your
Good
daughter's
man.
name is?
Pardon me?
Your name?
Angelica.
Angelica, and Angelica's husband?
Is David.
Right.
And Angelica and David have given me the gift of a beautiful granddaughter, the Princess Eliana. And Eliana is going to become a big sister any day now.
Okay. So all I could say is it's always good to have people from Brooklyn. I always have that affinity, and I enjoy it. But I always have a special affinity for my friend Timmy, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.